Hey, what up writers? I'm Violet, an aspiring YA author. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Would You Rather Writer Edition. So this video is in collaboration with my friend Anne over at the channel Author and Sophie. So the other half of the video is going to be over on her channel. You'll have to go over there and check it out. So if you want to play along and answer the questions down in the comments below, I'd definitely be interested to hear what everybody else chooses for these Would You Rather questions. Okay, let's get into the first question. Would you rather have to name all your characters from a random name generator or start every chapter with a random first line generator?
Okay, so I think the first line generator could be so much fun, and I want to write a story like that just because you said that. But for like a full novel that like is plot driven, I think I'm gonna go with the characters' names being randomly generated. That might be really fun, you know, having names that don't fit together at all. But I think it will be better for the story, and my stories are usually like plot driven, so yeah. Characters.
I think I would go with the first line generator just because I'm really bad at opening chapters, and I think it could also be a fun challenge to have to work it into the story.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already thinking about like what kind of a challenge can I make out of that now that you brought that up, but yeah, no, I'm a little too scared to do that. So my first question is, would you rather only write short stories, so under 20,000 words, or long stories over 100,000 words?
Oh, this question hurts me a little bit as an underwriter, but I would choose the over 100K.
Ooh.
Which I've never written anything over 100K, so it would be a challenge for me, but 20K is just too short. So I would want to stay with novels even if I had to make them more chunky.
Okay, so here's the way that I thought you can cheat this question, is if you write episodic fiction, like a serial. Because then it's still like all flows together, but I would also go with over 100,000 words because I'm just like a novel kind of person. Like if I can have like a full-length novel, I would take that over like episodic fiction or short stories every day of the week.
Yeah, I agree, but that would be a good cheat.
Yeah, I've also never written anything over 100,000 words, so
it's on my bucket list.
Same.
As an underwriter, I would like to challenge myself with 100K draft.
Oh, I'm not necessarily an underwriter. I write as much as it need be. But since I write YA, it's usually like, yeah, I write 70,000 words, and then I write 70,000 words. So,
would you rather write your whole novel by hand or on an old school typewriter?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the typewriter, simply because I have terrible handwriting. And I also am not used to handwriting, so I get like cramps in my hand if I write for longer than 10 minutes. And like, that's not a good way to write, you know? If I have to stop every 10 minutes and be like, don't die my hand, and then can't read half of what I've written anyway, I'm gonna go with the typewriter.
Bold choice. I would go with by hand, because I'm a slow typer, and if I made a mistake, it would just bother me so much seeing it there in ink.
Yeah, I get that. Though, how would you, either way you do it, how would that actually be the finished product? Like, would someone else then type it into a computer for you? Or would you scan it and then have it in your handwriting?
Maybe I should have specified your first draft.
Okay. So everything you do after you can do on a laptop or something like that.
Yeah, but your first complete draft would have to be done.
My answer still stands.
Yeah, same. I would go with by hand, even though it would take me twice as long and I'm already slow, so actually maybe it would take me 3 or 4 times as long.
That's a fun writing experiment, writing 1,000 words by hand versus typing them versus recording them.
Content ideas.
I have all of the content ideas, yeah. Would you rather land on a bestseller list or win an award for your books?
I think I will go with the bestseller list because money. No, because more readers I think would then have eyes on your work, and you maybe have more of a fan base and more of appreciation for your writing, but also money.
But aren't there some awards that give you money for winning? I think that's a thing.
I don't know. I guess awards are not really what drives me. What about you?
I think I would pick the awards, but simply because I think there's like, I don't know, I think it's cooler to say I'm an award-winning author, I think, than a bestseller, because I feel like if you don't specify the bestseller list, you could be like an Amazon bestseller in like a tiny category and sold like 5 copies, right? And I don't want people to like think that. And I think if you say award-winning, it always sounds like, oh wow, that's such an achievement, kind of, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up.
No, I actually think you have a really good point. So, it definitely would mean something to have like that award little emblem on your book. You have a point. It's not like I would take either, but
True. Do you have like the one list you want to land on, if like at any point in your career?
No. I mean, I don't expect any success in my career.
That hurts my heart a little.
Okay, this question, next one is a little bit more, because I know it's different because I'm pursuing traditional publishing and you're pursuing self-publishing, but just stay with me. Would you rather be forced to have a cover you hate or a title you hate?
A title I hate.
Okay, why?
I mean, you're using your title all the time, right? But a cover is something that's so visually like drawing into people, and I think it's the bigger part of marketing your book than your title is. Because just because I like my title doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad title, right? It might just not be my taste. But if I have like a cover that I hate, I won't want to like post pictures of it, so therefore I will do less marketing, and therefore it will probably be like less out there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. But I would definitely choose the opposite. I would choose a cover that I hate to keep a title that I love. I think like I am so sacred with my titles of my works in progress. And I know it's something I might have to sacrifice in traditional publishing, so it's always on the top of my mind. But my idea is like, if I got a cover I hated, I would just tell myself like, oh, maybe the paperback edition will have a new cover, or maybe in 10-year anniversary edition we'll get a new cover. But like the title would always be the title. So True. I don't know. Maybe, I think I'm just like, you know, because as a writer, I have like words mean so much to me more than visuals, I guess.
Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense to me.
We both had good valid reasons for choosing what we chose.
Would you rather people think of you as an author with great ideas or someone with a beautiful way of writing them?
I would rather be thought of for great ideas, because I think that's all I have going for me. I know I'm never going to write beautiful prose or even like strive for that goal. So, and I also think, I don't know, it can be a little bit subjective. So,
yeah.
But ideas, if somebody's like, oh, that's clever, or that was fun or interesting or unique, that I guess would mean more to me.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. It's not just that I think my ideas are great, which I do, big ego here, but I also I'm, as a reader, someone that loves plot-driven stories. You know, I'm not like a character-driven story, like that's not my thing. So I know from the other perspective, I'm like, the idea is great, and I don't care if like everything else isn't as great, as long as the idea is there and I'm enjoying where it's going, I'm like down for that.
Yeah, I've definitely read books that are, I guess, more like commercially written or just very plain prose, but like you like the story, you like the characters, you're along for the ride, and it doesn't matter. And I would definitely prefer that over something that's maybe like overly purpley prose or really beautiful and the story is not that intriguing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for me, it's not as much that I am so much like a plot reader, but it's like I like all those like little literary things like foreshadowing and yeah, like symbols and themes. Like that's what gets me going about writing. So if you have good things in there, I can even give a pass to like plot issues or character. Well, actually, a character's act, but character issues. I can give a pass to a lot of different things if there's cool foreshadowing and themes and stuff. Would you rather publish several novels in your lifetime to little or no success, or have one of your novels become a mega hit but only after your death?
Okay, I would go with the first one. It's at just a couple, not every single one, right? Or was it every single one is like little to no success?
I thought about phrasing it as like little to moderate success or something like that, or to say like you could get all your novel ideas you have published, but to little or moderate success. But pretty much to have no big hit is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think I would be really pissed if like my book became a bestseller after I died, because like, come on now. Like, I think that would be really annoying. And also, like, it wouldn't, like, be any use to me, you know, it would, like, I wouldn't get to write more after that being a bestseller. So I think I would go with the little to moderate success, because at least I get to keep writing and I get to keep putting it out there, even if no one likes it.
Yeah, that's very cool. I had a hard time with this question. I think I might go with the 1 mega hit. I think like just to have one novel that people know, and like even just one get its respect, because then maybe you would have like super core hardcore fans that would maybe look into your old stuff, even if it never got any public recognition. So
yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but that's an interesting point to make.
But I think there's also an argument to make for having like a lot of your stuff out there for people to see in your lifetime and be able to interact with it and see the reception. But yeah. I still would go with the death one.
I just want to be successful at some point. Would you rather share an unedited document or one that cannot include a single mistake?
Oh, I don't know if I'm capable of not making a single mistake. Oh gosh, I guess unedited, even though that's terrifying, but maybe I changed my mind. Not a single mistake.
I mean, I feel like if you had enough time and enough money, you could just have like 17 editors look over it. And with every editor, like the number gets smaller and smaller and smaller. But
okay, I'm gonna then go with that one. Not a single mistake.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with unedited document. Because like I'm already a perfectionist, right? And if I know I can't put a single mistake in there, like I'm just never gonna get it finished. Like I try my best to get everything to the best point where it can possibly be, but I know it's not perfect. And as long as I know it has to be perfect, I won't get it done. So
yeah, I feel that. So would you rather have to update a critique partner every single step of the writing process for their input, or get zero outside feedback until you have a polished draft?
Zero feedback, I think it is for me. And that's just, I don't know, I haven't had the best luck with critique partners, and that's absolutely my own fault, because I'm not good at giving feedback, and it always makes me feel really self-conscious when I do. So working with critique partners isn't really the way for me to go anyway, I think. I'm more of like a better reader, editor kind of gal. And like critique partners can be really, really valuable, but I would rather like bounce ideas off of someone before writing the story and then have better reader afterwards. And that way, yeah, I think it should be quite polished when it gets to like better readers. So
that's true. I think like my writing process now, I don't have a lot of input. Like my partner is the only one I really share my work with.
Same.
But if I had a critique partner who would have to give me their input and would put up with all my updates, I would take that if I had that person who I could annoy.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
I don't have that person, but if I did, I would take the compromise of annoying them with every minuscule update that I had.
I mean, that could probably really save you on like more people reading it though. Like on everything that you do, they're like, no, I don't like it. Like do something else. Like that could be really good, or really bad.
Or really bad if their opinion is not the right one. It doesn't say you have to take their changes, but you would have to hear their input, I guess.
Yeah, and if they really don't like it and they keep giving you negative feedback, because you have to update them on like every step, it might be really discouraging. And that's just why I see myself. You know, my editor was like, I don't think it's ready, we should push it back, and I cried for like 3 hours in my hallway, so don't know if that would be the best way for me to go.
Well, sometimes like you're stuck in your story, or you have a couple different options and you want to bounce the ideas off somebody, but you can't fill them in on everything. Like that's you've already done and what's still to come. So it'd be nice to have somebody who already knows what's up to know the context of your issues.
Yeah. Would you rather live in a world you created or one by a different author?
I would go with a world that I created because, just because I think I would know it better. And none of my worlds are that bad. So I think that's what I would do. I can't think of a world from another author that I would like be dying to go into. So what about you?
No, I think I would go with the world of a different author. Just because, I don't know, either my stories are really like not good worlds, so like dystopian stuff where you're like, I don't really want to have that happen. or the like really boring world. So like I like, is it called contemporary fantasy, where like it's in the contemporary world but fantasy is happening. So like, I don't know, I think that it's not very interesting, so I would probably just take a really great fantasy book and like not be part of the main story, you know, just live in my woods with all of my magical powers and be happy there. So I think that's what I would do. But
Well,
I
I
don't.
think I would like to live in a contemporary fantasy. Then you have like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no. I think I would like be like a witch living in the woods. I think that will be my style. With
Fair
all
enough.
of my sidekicks.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's it for my half of the video. Make sure to head over to Anne's channel to catch the other half of the questions. I will have it linked down below. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you would like to make your own video response answering these would you rathers alone or with a friend, or like I said, if you had any interesting choices for some of the questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'd definitely be interested to hear what other people would choose for some of these. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!